Ladies and gentlemen, to episode 68 of the Voice of Punk. I'm your host, DJFpunk. Now I just watched the Sons of Anarchy episode entitled "What a Piece of Work Is Man." Um, and I have to say this episode was actually the best episode in this season so far. It was really good episode. But at the same time, it was very sad. For me personally, because I knew this was coming. I had a feeling this was coming, but when it still came, it shocked me. The death of Bobby. Back from August Marks, and August Marks finally reappears in the show. I think the last time he appeared in this season was episode 2, if I remember correctly. I think it was episode 2 or 3 last time he appeared. Um, August Marks. And finally he appears, and the guy who they got to play August Marks is so good. He's so good with this character, and uh so basically, like, the Sons try to do everything that they can to get August Marks back. I mean, not to get August Marks back, but to get Bobby from him. And they go through all this trouble with the preacher, which I don't know if it's meant to be funny or not, but I just laugh all the time when they just show what this preacher guy was like. Like, wow, this guy, they can almost call him priest kinky or something. I don't know, but Jesus Christ. But they have to go with the preacher's son and his mother, and deliver the son to August Marks, and August Marks will deliver Bobby, and he wants the preacher's body, which, like, that was a pretty funny scene when they were taking I was like taking. Jay. Yeah. Okay. Sorry about the little interruption. Hold on. Sorry for that interruption. You've seen some of my past videos. That happens a lot. But anyway, yeah. So that was a pretty funny scene with um where I think it was Tig and Happy. I think they were going after the preacher's body, or I think the preacher's friend. I can't remember which one was the actual preacher, but they're going to cut up his body, and there's one part I didn't get was, so why did they cut up the body and sew it back together? I don't know, but wait, I think I had to do something with I should go with or lie that show that we didn't kill him. It was these other guys, but when they're Happy and Tig, of course they're going to get Happy and Tig to take up the body, and so Happy just grabs himself, and Tig is like, I want to do it. And Tig just says, Happy, I like doing jobs with you, because when I'm next to you, I'm the normal one. That was kind of a funny moment, and all you hear is Happy. Just a little groan. But yeah, so that's basically what all this episode was just the Sons trying to find a way to get Bobby back, and like I said, it was a really good episode. The pacing was good. Like, the episode even opens with no music. It opens and ends with no music, which really is surprising when it comes to this show, because this show is all about, your music montages. And this show is all about that. And, well, Kurt Sutter is a huge fan of that. So, that was really surprising, and it kind of makes you take a step back and like, oh shit, something's actually going to happen here. We get some scenes with Abel where you really see that he's a smart kid, Abel, and you can see he's not too happy at Jax, and you can blame him. Jax hasn't really been around his kids throughout this entire season, and he's basically ignored them, which is also, that's another point. When he does have the scenes with his kids, he's always talking to Abel. You never really see Jax this season even acknowledge Thomas, which I think is supposed to be a symbolism, as Thomas reminds him too much of Tara, because Thomas is actually Tara's kid. Maybe that's it, I don't know, but that's just something that has pointed out to me. But anyway, but yeah, so Abel is, overhearing Gemma more and more, and he's like, I hate your guts, Grandma, I want you dead. And, which really brings up the point, like, who is going to kill Gemma, and, it looks like Abel, like this little 5-year-old kid, Abel, is going to kill Grandma. But, I don't know. I actually want Jax to kill his mom. I can't believe I'm saying that, but I actually want Jax to kill Gemma. But I don't really how I feel about if Abel kills her, but, and then, we got some pretty uncomfortable scenes of Juice. Shows what prison life is like with you're not being a bitch. You still have to shove some stuff up your butt. Same. Yeah, so there's some pretty weird scenes with Juice, and really, I actually felt the Juice scenes could have been cut from this episode. I really didn't feel they held any purpose. Like, not until his last scene. His last scene held a bit of purpose, but the scenes before that just seemed too, I don't know what you call it, but just too, I don't know. It was just a bit too much. It was just like, why you really want to show that? But I'm guessing it's just to get the female fans, get them all like all hot and sweaty on it. But yeah. So I felt that the Juice parts could have been cut, and the last scene was good, but the rest of Juice's parts, I was meh. They should have been cut, I feel. Oh, and Gemma's lie is quickly becoming, Gemma's lie is quickly becoming revealed, and it looks like Unser is going to figure it out. I hope the next episode Unser figures it out, because you can tell Unser is just, he knows that Gemma and Juice are, lying. And it's almost like he's heartbroken, but he has accepted it. And I hope episode 10, Unser finds out about the secret and reveals it. That's all I'm saying. Like, I don't want this to be revealed in episode 13. I don't want that to happen. I want it to be revealed episode 10. No, episode 10, the secret's out, what's going to happen? Gemma's on the run, how can be the last few episodes? Gemma's on the run, But yeah, so Unser is getting closer and closer to cracking the case, which is always really good. And I love Unser. I hope he doesn't die. I really hope he doesn't die, even though he's dying of cancer. But I hope Unser doesn't die, because he's one of my favorite characters. But yeah, the reaction the Sons give the reaction the Sons have to Bobby's death is really heartbreaking. Like, you have Happy breaks down crying, Tig is whispering something in Bobby's ear, and like Jack, the scene, it was a horribly sad scene, but when Bobby is shot in the head by August Marks, um, it's beautifully shot. Like, the scene itself is beautifully shot with a bit of slow-mo in there, and just the lightning in the light in the back, and just Jax, breaking down, crying, and saying, "I'm sorry, I'm so sorry," and you can just feel the heartbreak and betrayal that Jax feels from August Marks, and where August Marks says, "This one is on you, Jackson. Don't betray me again. Like, don't you lie to me again." And like, you can just feel that. You can almost feel Jax's defeat. You can feel that he's been beaten. And we have a dog upstairs. We're dog sitting. But you can just feel the whole betrayal and defeat just from Jax's body language. And when he tells the family that Bobby's dead, Gemma really singing. It was so well played by Katie Segal. But when Gemma finds out that what her lie has caused, she leaves. Like, she gets up, she walks away, and she apologizes to Bobby's body. And Wendy's saying, "God, does it ever end, Jax?" And Jax says it already has. And the scene, and also where Chivs reacts, where you can see Chivs is kind of keeping it calm. The second he picks up the bullet that killed Bobby, he just starts shaking and crying, and that was, oh my god, that was so well played by Tommy Flanagan. And then you have that scene with Chibs and the sheriff jury, which was Jerry was saying, "Take me on the car right now, boy. Take me on the car right now, Scott boy." Chips is like, "Oh, boy, I don't give a shit." That was a pretty interesting scene. With Quinn just sitting there like, huh. I love this Quinn character. He's a new character, came in the last season, and he's not really done anything. He's just kind of this big, quiet, tall dude, but he can be actually kind of funny. Quinn's facial expressions and stuff, and just watching, the sheriff and Chibs going at it on the sheriff's car. It's his reaction is just like, just like he's like, "I've seen this before." So yeah, all in all, this was a great episode. It was like really sad and depressing, but it's the last season. You're kind of expecting, people to die, and with the death of Bobby, it only comes to the question, who's next? And I have to say it, but I think Tig is next. I think Tig is going to go next. Maybe episode 6. I mean, not episode 6. Maybe episode 10. Probably the next episode, or episode 11. But I don't think Tig makes it. Because I also did hear that Venus, the character Venus, is supposed to return in episode 10. I think I'm right. I did hear that though, so maybe something's going to happen there. I don't know, but I don't think Tig is going to make it. Because I have a feeling that Tig is the rat. Some people also said it might be Chucky, which really, that guy is actually kind of smart, because they've been paying attention to Chucky a lot more this season, and if he's the rat, could be. Maybe Rat Boy is a rat. I had that feeling in the last season that Rat Boy is probably undercover agent, but but I have a feeling it's going to be Tig. I don't know. I just have that feeling it's Tig. Just from everything with August Marks, now the camera focuses on him and stuff. I just have a feeling Tig is going to be the rat, and I think Tig is going to die next. So, this is my review of this episode. I thought it was great. That was the best episode so far this season. Really sad and depressing and brutal. And in a way, it's actually kind of fitting that he's the one who gets knocked off. But